often do you use your pelvic floor? Hi, Anne from Exercise with Care here. I'm using my pelvic floor right now, at this moment. Why? Because you use your pelvic floor each time you breathe, as you walk, as you bend over to pick things up. Hopefully, you're using your pelvic floor. Now, most people think pelvic floor, they think, oh yeah, gotta do those Kegel exercises. Well, Kegel exercises may or may not be right for you. That's something to investigate. But here are some other great tips on how to activate your pelvic floor in a way that's going to make you move like you did when you were a kid. Before we begin, what exactly is your pelvic floor? Well, pretend this balloon is my stomach. All my internal organs, my stomach, my liver, my spleen, pancreas, digestive system are all inside of this balloon. Here's my diaphragm, just at the bottom of my lungs, and this is my pelvic floor. So as I breathe, my diaphragm pushes downwards, and so does my pelvic floor. It descends a little bit as well. As I exhale, my diaphragm goes up in between my ribs, and the pelvic floor also lifts up a little bit. So each time I inhale, diaphragm down, pelvic floor slightly down. Exhale, diaphragm up, pelvic floor slightly up. So all day long, there's this constant up and down motion, coordinated between my diaphragm and pelvic floor. This motion, this up and down with my stomach, all my internal organs in between them, gives a sort of massaging throughout the day to all of those organs. And this really helps your digestive system to work better, your liver, your stomach, everything just works a little bit better because it's getting moved and massaged throughout the day. So our pelvic floor is really important. It's not just about incontinence. You may be asking at this point, well, other than Kegel exercises, how else can I strengthen my pelvic floor? Well, the truth is there's quite a few ways. One of the best ways to strengthen your pelvic floor is to breathe correctly, but that's not always easy to do. So we want to make sure, first of all, that we're not breathing to our shoulders, that we're actually breathing down to our abdomen. And that can be very difficult to ascertain sometimes. So I am going to invite you to simply place your hands on your abdomen, first of all, and check or look in the mirror. When you inhale, does your stomach get bigger? Does your abdomen extend? Or are you breathing to your shoulders? Hopefully not. So our shoulders stay down. I inhale, my stomach extends a little bit. How do I know if my pelvic floor is working? Kind of hard to feel sometimes. So here are a couple of tricks that you can do to help that. As you all know, I love to use tennis balls. So I have one here. I'm actually going to take a second one. I'm going to hold tennis balls in both of my hands because this is just going to make it a little bit easier to start off. I'm holding them gently. My shoulders are relaxed. I'm going to inhale. Everything is relaxed. And as I exhale, I'm going to squeeze those tennis balls. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the tennis balls. Do this 3 or 4 times. And hopefully, as you exhale, you can do this sitting or standing. You should feel your pelvic floor start to activate. Now, another way to trick our pelvic floor into working a little bit harder is with our eyes. Had to be eye exercises. It's me, right? So we're going to just practice opening your eyes wide and then closing them tight. Open wide, close tight. Now we're going to do it with breath, okay? So you're going to inhale, eyes open wide. Exhale, squeeze my eyes tight. Inhale, eyes open wide. Exhale, squeeze them tight. Inhale, eyes open wide. Exhale, close my eyes tight. Lastly, you can try using your feet to help activate your pelvic floor. And I know that sounds weird, but there's a strong connection between your big toe and your pelvic floor. And this is how it goes. Now, the whole feet thing is really complex. And it really helps you to move a lot better. But that's a whole other topic for a whole other video. I don't expect you to spend your days doing all of those different exercises, but choose one. Choose just one that you think you're going to enjoy and that you're actually going to do almost every day. Maybe even more than once a day. Because if you're just doing this, you can do it a few times a day. Choose an exercise. Start to do it. Start to feel how your diaphragm and pelvic floor work together. And you know what? Coming out and walking in deep snow on a cold day, it's going to feel totally different. Each time you move, you're going to feel stronger, more balanced, and just get outside, enjoy nature, and move like you did when you were a kid.